Nice. The main plant, there's a second one within the Czech Republic, and they do a tremendous export business naturally all over Europe, but then also to South America and to the US. To the US in particular, several different models of cowboy hats. The name is Tonak, T as in town, O-N-A-K, and the company was founded in the year 1799. In those years, they were famous for the fez, like the Arab men used to wear, in particular the Turkish men. And in those days, the company was known under the name Fezco. Nowadays, Tonak. It's coming up after we cross over this little river here, after we leave the bridge behind. On the left-hand side, on top is the big billboard stating Tonak, T-O-N-A-K. Coming up on the left-hand side here. The second point why the town is known in the world is every 2 years takes place a music festival in this town, to which people from truly around the globe come to participate. Next year, 2018, will be the 23rd International Bagpipe Festival. We usually know the bagpipe being played by the Scotsmen in like St. Patrick Day parades and so on, but there are several differently sized bagpipes in this area, which used to have a lot of shepherds, also had lots of bagpipe players. It has developed into the center of bagpipe playing in the world. So they congregate in this town every 2 years to make music in the streets, in the concert hall, in the little castle in this town. And of course, people from abroad come dressed in their local costumes. They bring along other musical instruments like the fiddle, for instance. They bring choirs along. Anybody who is interested, you can go to YouTube. YouTube shows several videos of the events that took place during the year 2016. The third reason why this town is known in the world, until the year 1970, they used to make a famous motorcycle in this town. One particular model was used worldwide in so-called motocross competitions. By the year 1970, they went out of business because in the beginning of the 1960s, that was one of the reasons only, of course, 1960s, the Japanese motorcycles came onto the European market, and this company here in Strakonice could not compete price-wise any longer. So anybody interested, go to any of the search machines like Google or so on, put in either Strakonice motorcycle or Czech motorcycle, and you will get all the information. Wikipedia will tell you all about those famous motorcycles they used to make in this town here.
Ja, ik snap het. Ja, ik snap het. niks te doen. Mensen weer een beetje op is, dat is nou hoe ben ik
Ja, ich schaue nachher nochmal.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let you know there's a railroad track coming.
They could have done this in the US. They're gonna stop the bus and stop and return trips. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Not the rule here, apparently.
Apparently not.
Yeah, very pretty.
Clear water.
We have a little trout stream on our right-hand side here in Europe, and just like in your country also. You need a permit to go fishing. The permit is issued by the community. The stream flows through, just like you need a license to go out hunting. In order to obtain that license, you need to take a course. At the end of the course, which usually takes about a year, at the end of the course is an examination. If you pass, then you are issued a hunting license.
And what do they hunt here, Helga?
What they hunt around here, the fauna in this area is the same as in Germany. Once you get into Germany, and the same in Austria. Over here they hunt mainly deer, stags, wild boars, pheasants, rabbits. That's about it. We have, roaming the woods here, the forests, a lot of lynx. By the way, not the red-furred lynx, the bobcat, but our lynx has sort of a grayish-white fur with black spots. The lynx is protected, not for hunting. The lynx is protected. We have also in this area grouse, the bird that does not fly. That's also protected, not for hunting. Mainly deer, stags, wild boars, rabbits, pheasants. We have no bears, as you will see later on. We get really into the woods, into the forests. No bears. The last bear in this area was shot in the year 1852. In Europe, you find bears, good-sized bear, almost the size of a grizzly, in the Scandinavian countries, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and in the southern part of Europe, you find them also a big-sized bear in the so-called Carpathian Mountains. The largest part of those mountains is in the country known as Romania, the country right after Hungary, going towards the Black Sea. A small part of the Carpathian Mountains covers the southern part of Poland, and another small part is in the Ukraine. So no more bears in this area. The wolf is slowly making a comeback after the fall of the Iron Curtain. During Iron Curtain time, they could not migrate back and forth. Poland already has many wolves, so does Belarus, the country after Poland. And then, of course, everybody knows about Russia with tremendous amount of wolves. By the way, talking about Russia, the highest bear population altogether is over in Russia, and there in particular on the peninsula by the name of Kamchatka. Kamchatka is after Siberia, going towards the Japanese Sea, and on Kamchatka they have a very big bear, the bear known as the Koryak bear. Kamchatka, by the way, also is known in the world for its 30 still active volcanoes on the peninsula by the name of Kamchatka. So the wolves slowly moving back into this area. Same story, by the way, is true for the elk, or you call them the moose. Some people call it moose. It's a smaller form of the moose that we have over here, which we call the elk. Once again, talking about hunting, you might know France and Italy hardly has any woods, forests like you will see from now on in the Bohemian Hills. Therefore, in those two countries, there are travel agencies that specialize with hunting trips into this area. So in autumn, you will hear a lot of French and Italians establish factories, business. KMP, for instance, is a German company making jets for, printers, computer printers and so on. So Aptar over here employs on average 200 people, a small little village, and on driving through, during our drive, you will see that the condition of the houses in this little village are much better than what we have seen so far, due to the fact that they found employment in these so-called Western companies that moved into here right after the fall of the Iron Curtain. Here you see the sign, Aptar. Gdynia is the name of the town here. Aptar, the name of the American company. Going down that way, you will get to the plant of Aptar.
Eat outside.
It's a nice little town.
Servus. Am Montag Oberzell. Erlau Gymnasium, ja. Genau, ja. Aha, genau. Aha.
You there? Rick James.
Nein, habe ich nichts gesehen.
Hey, James, we proposed.
Habe ich nichts gesehen.
So where would be the resources for this?
Das ist gereinigt
So
worden.
when
Ja.
you look on the right-hand side, you see all these one-family
Das Auto
homes,
ist gereinigt worden.
much better condition than
Noch,
what we have
noch
seen
der,
so
noch
far.
der Fahrt. Da ist definitiv nichts da gewesen. Noch der Fahrt haben wir es gereinigt. Okay?
And what's the name of the town?
Noch
was
nach der
called?
Schulfahrt.
I see with the Slavic accent on top, therefore it's not pronounced like a C, like, but she, C-K-N-Y-E, Shkinye, Shkinye,
Ski?
C-K-Y-N-E.
Ski?
Sorry,
That party was good.
that brick house.
Oh, that is very nice. I like that fence. Intro.
So we are really starting to climb now. Of course, we'll let you know once we get to the highest point. And from there down, it goes towards Passau then. So our estimated time of arrival, Karl-Heinz, what's the...
5.
Shortly before 5 o'clock, sort of has been revised. We lost time at that little bottleneck there near the mining tower, so round about 5, shortly before 5, depending on traffic that we encounter from now on.
Good luck, Carl.
Thank you. That's what I agree on.
Ja, da hat er Mönch gibt bei mir in der Schule Geldbeil und einen Schlüssel verloren.
Ah, das sagen Sie immer.
Ja, ja, und der war's da noch davon. So, ich hab nichts gesehen, weil ich bin ja noch gleich zum Reinigen gefahren und die haben da nichts gesehen.
The size of that.
Nein, das ist immer, ich weiß nicht, das ist jetzt 2 Tage schon wieder her. Ja.
Like Maria's.
So nachpassen.
It was Passau.
Yeah, that was a good break. It was neat. So,
Although go.
Hast du den Geldbeil und einen Schlüssel raus und legen am Bus wieder. Den habe ich doch in der Schultasche oder was. Also,
Jede Fahrt bleibt irgendwas liegen.
ja, ja.
Jetzt die Gedanken nicht bei Sonne und gerade die Schulkinder.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, dass die so vergesslich sind.
Ja, weil es alles Mögliche ist.
Ja,
Und sind nicht zu stark abgelenkt.
so stark ablenken. Gell?
A little water feature.
Alle sitzen so und drücken auf ihren Handy
Water
und
Ja, ja,
features.
ja, das ist wichtig.
that doesn't look so healthy. But so many books that
Somebody
they
is
lives in.
living.
Yeah.
I mean, we're so far away from any town.
Mm-hmm. It's a little park here.
the upcoming town that we'll pass through, nowadays in the Czech language known under the name Vimperk. V as in Victor, I-M-P-E-R-K. Up till 1945, when this whole area was populated by ethnic Germans, until 1945, they used to have in Vimperk, now under the name Vimperk, but until 1945 the name was Winterberge, German name translated into English meaning winter mountain, tells you lots of snow in this area here. And in Wimperg, they used to have, until 1945, 8 printing plants, and they printed in 20 different languages, exporting all over the world. They were very, very famous for their elaborate editions of the Bible and the Quran. There was one famous printer, his name was Steinbrenner, with one N, not with 2 N's. Steinbrenner. Really known in printing all over the world. But with the end